And joining me now is the Secretary of State for Sport, Adam van Koeverden. Welcome. Thank you for being here, sir.
Thanks very much for having me on.
So as Canada's government representative and as an athlete, what does being at these games mean to you?
Well, we have 50 of Canada's greatest ambassadors representing our great country here in Milano and, of course, up in Cortina as well, across 6 sports. Of those 50 athletes, about 31 of them are veterans of the Paralympic movement. They've been to the games before, and 19 are new Paralympians. We've got lots of medal potential across 6 sports and a ton of incredible depth of character and just people that are amazing to follow along and watch their journeys and listen to their stories. The Paralympics really are an incredible athletic and human endeavor. And I couldn't be more grateful to have the opportunity to cheer on our Team Canada athletes. Today I met with our para hockey team and had a couple of laughs just out on the sidewalk as they were going into lunch. And the spirits are high. Our 50 athletes are ready to compete, and they are, like I said, Canada's greatest ambassadors.
All right, so you've had a chance to chat with some of the athletes. What does this all mean to them to be participating on the world stage in this way?
Something unique to each and every one of them, I'd say. The chance to represent our country is the proudest moment of most athletes' lives, and the Paralympics is truly the biggest stage for Parasport. And, I had a couple of words with some new Paralympians, some athletes who are competing for the first time. And I also saw a fellow Oakvillian, Greg Westlake, who's at his 6th Paralympics. So it really is a unique opportunity. But what it is it's a family affair, an endeavor. I spoke to one athlete that has 19 family members here. It's an incredible thing that Canadians do so well, is cheer each other on, and that's why I'm here, to meet with our athletes, to cheer them on. We've also got Her Excellency Mary Simon, the Governor General, here cheering on Team Canada. So it's time to go, and I hope everybody tunes in, because every single event is streamed live.
Now, I want to ask you about some controversy, and that is a boycott by 8 countries due to Russia and Belarus's participation. What do you make of all of this?
Well, first of all, Canada, as well as the Canadian Paralympic Committee, strongly opposes the International Paralympic Committee's decision to reinstate Belarus and Russia with 10 athletes competing at this Games. That's why I'm not attending the opening ceremonies tonight. That's why we won't have government representation at those. But we want to keep the focus on the sport. We want to keep the focus on our athletes, and Team Canada deserves that attention. They've worked really, really hard to get here, and we love and appreciate them all. They, as I said, are our greatest ambassadors abroad. They represent our country with so much pride and distinction and integrity that we want to keep the focus on their athletic endeavors over the next 10 or 11 days.
All right, that is our time. Thank you very much, sir, for your time today. That is Adam van Koeverden, Secretary of State for Sport.